Hello, Dragon Artists! Today for our Draw Jeju series, we have had 5 amazing teachers submit photographs of their favorite places on Jeju. Can you guess which teacher submitted the photograph of the beautiful falls, canola flowers, cherry blossoms, and the blooming azalea flowers? Hint, hint, their favorite ice cream is chocolate chip, and their favorite place in the world is Disney World. Hello friends! Today I'm starting my drawing with my paper in a horizontal position, and I'm going to be drawing using a name pen and a Sharpie with different size tips so I get different size lines, but I encourage you to draw everything with pencil and then go back to outline your artwork before you add color. So I'm drawing 3 types of flowers today, and I'm going to start with the azalea flower. Now the azalea flower is a really common flower on Jeju, and we have a lot of azalea bushes blooming right now on KIS campus. Azalea flowers are typically red, purple, or white, but they've done some great mixed flowers now and added a lot of extra colors. Azalea flowers normally have 5 petals, or those are the leaves of the flowers that come out, along with some of the stems that go around the outside. Now you notice that when I drew my flower, I drew the center part, and I'm going to focus on drawing an open bloom flower just to make it a little bit easier to draw, and then really I think it's my favorite way to draw the flower. And then from there I'm going to draw a stem and some of the leaves to go through. Feel free to pause this video as much as you need to, and also just use these flowers as a suggestion. If you want to just use it as a basic guide on how to draw and change the layout of the flower, you can do that. Or if you want to draw a field full of azalea flowers or canola flowers, it's completely up to you. Maybe you want to draw a picture of yourself holding a flower. That's a-okay also. So next, after I finish my azalea flowers, I'm moving on to the canola flower. Now the canola flower is typically drawn with 4 petals, but it often has more. And it's a very simple technique that I'm using to draw. And the canola flowers are often wildflowers here on Jeju, and you'll see some of the fields filled with canola flowers and people taking beautiful photos in front of them. There are several canola flowers growing in the grass on campus here at KIS. And I'm going to draw a couple of open bloom canola flowers, drawing just 3 seeds in the middle for a design, even though they have more, and then some basic design lines going along the petals. Next I'm going to draw a flower blooming from the side. So I've drawn that basic oval shape there, and that's going to be 1 petal and then 3 going from the outside, just to give it a different view. Now 1 stem of a canola flower will also have several flowers on it, and so I'm drawing all of those flowers at different stages of the bloom attached to 1 stem. But feel free to change it up as much as you'd like, and make sure that you're making this flower your own. All right, last but definitely not least in our flower drawings are the cherry blossoms, which I know what you're thinking, Miss Nicole, this is the 5th cherry blossom drawing that we've done in the past 5 weeks. And you know what? That's okay. Cherry blossoms are the best. One of my favorite things to draw. You can never draw cherry blossoms too often. And I'm using the same technique that I did with the azalea flowers, but you can see that I'm drawing it a little bit smaller. And the cherry blossom petals are not as pointy. Now I've turned it to the side and drawn the next bloom. Drawn the inside of the flower first, and then I'm going to be drawing the 5 petals that go around the outside of the cherry blossom flower. I'm also going to draw this cherry blossom branch at different stages of the bloom. So there will be flowers in full bloom, then some buds, which is just that oval I drew there. And then I'm also going to draw some leaves. So most of the cherry blossoms now the bloom is past and are all up there filled with leaves, but this is a great stage in the cherry blossoms that this faculty member captured, because not only is the cherry blossom in full bloom, but there are also beautiful leaves attached to it, which really add rich color. Now that I've finished my flowers, I've left a space right there in the middle where the waterfall is going to be in the back. And I'm going to draw my waterfall this is going to be the top of the cliff. That's where my and I'm leaving a space here for where my waterfall is going to shoot down to the earth. Whoosh! Now, I encourage you to be as creative as possible when it comes to designing the background and the flowers of your waterfall. You can change things up as much as you'd like, and maybe you don't even want to have a waterfall as your background. You want to have something else, and that's okay too. Maybe in addition to that, there are some animals in the background, or maybe you have your dream home right on the cliff of the waterfall. I'm going to draw some basic motion lines for the water to make it look as though water is rushing over the cliff. But I'm going to keep this very simple and add a lot more detail as I add color, just because this is going to be the background, and so I want to make sure that my flowers stand out the most. So I'm keeping things in my background very simple, and then I'm just drawing some trees on the top, which I will add I will change up using different colors of green markers later. I am excited to see what you're going to create. If you have any questions, send me an email or a message, and I hope you enjoyed this drawing.